Yo, what's going on, you guys? So I kind of wanted to make some different videos and kind of instead of just waiting till like the new season, kind of want to just talk about since especially Chelsea winning and making it qualifying for the Champions League. I feel like this is a good time to kind of start making these videos and kind of have an outlet and just talk about football and stuff like that. So yeah, Chelsea won Nottingham Forest 0. So it wasn't a crazy game, honestly. We didn't do a whole lot as I was expecting, honestly. I felt like we just needed to do what we needed to do and just get the job done. Just do your job, get a goal, hold it. That's it. And we did that. We gave up a little bit, a few chances here and there, but nothing. They just got it over, which, you know, could have changed a lot, honestly. But we did what we needed to do. Colwell got the goal. Great movement from Neto to get that pass into Colwell. I don't even know if that was a shot or a pass, but it really doesn't matter, honestly. So we got a goal. We did what we needed to do. Once I saw we subbed in Lavia, I was like, this is we sealing it, park the bus. That's it. Nothing's getting through. We did what we needed to do. Charleston and Colwell, I feel like are gonna basically just joint man of the match, in my opinion. They did so good. They did really good. I was really happy about that. And yeah, so with that, we actually moved to fourth with us winning with the other results, which is kind of crazy to think about, honestly. I did not expect us to move like to fourth at all. I was really expecting Newcastle and like, or at least Villa to win. Obviously, we didn't really need Villa to lose, but I expected Newcastle to win, obviously, but they didn't. So we moved to fourth. They're in fifth, and yeah. So I don't know. I'm kind of speechless right now, and really happy and excited for Chelsea and like the kind of year we had with the ups and downs. We started off really well, tailed off at the half of the year or half of the season, and then picked it back up towards the end, which is pretty much like how we did last year. I forget how the trajectory was, but towards the end of the year, we started doing what we needed to do. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited to see how this transfer window is going to look for us, because especially with that Champions League money coming through, and just we can attract more people. That's the biggest thing. We can attract top tier players. I'll make another video talking about like all that stuff, and I just kind of want to just overview this last week of the Premier League. So yeah, as we if we want to look at the tape, actually all the results today. Liverpool, actually, let me do this real quick. Yeah, so these are the results today. Bournemouth won 2-0 against Leicester. Honestly, I was really surprised how Leicester had like how their season went, honestly. Really wasn't expecting it at all, but it's what it is. Man City did what they needed to do against Fulham, 2-0 after losing the finals. Let me make this a little smaller, yeah, so you can actually see all that. Yeah, so good bounce back at least for Man City after losing to Crystal Palace in the finals for FA Cup. Wolves versus Brentford, that's kind of as expected, honestly. Drew 1-1. Man U versus Aston Villa. Man U won 2-0. I was really shocked on how Villa played. I really expected a lot more from them. They did obviously have that red card, and obviously they had that goal that's allowed, which in my opinion, should have been a goal, but you shouldn't rely on them for that at all. You should not be relying on that. They should have played so much better. So I feel like they bottled it like heavily. Arsenal beating Southampton 2-1. I think they were losing at first, or they were tied, but they pulled through. Arsenal, whatever name. Everton beating Newcastle. That was a surprise. Newcastle's very lucky that Aston Villa did not tie, or they would not be in the Champions League next year. So they're very lucky. They're very lucky in the result. Liverpool drawing to Crystal Palace. Liverpool, honestly, they kind of tailed off after winning the league. They didn't need to win. They did what they needed to do. They just kind of just vacation the rest of the year. Makes sense, but I still feel like you should still end the season well. But that's just my opinion, obviously. They won. Congrats on them. But hopefully next year they don't win. So, and then Ipswich against West Ham. Ipswich, they're getting relegated, so that's as expected. And then Tottenham losing 4-1 to Brighton. It's kind of sad, especially after winning the Europa. I don't know how to feel about this team. I don't know how to feel about Tottenham, honestly, like how good of a year they had with like being so low in the table and then winning Europa. It's just weird. And then losing like this to Brighton. Like, what is this club? Like, what is Tottenham? I can say the same about Man U. Like, since they won today, that's just kind of crazy. But that's what the results today, and I guess show you the standings. So obviously Liverpool, they are the champions. Arsenal finishing in second as expected. Man City, they won today, so they stay up. Or I think I'm looking at the wrong place. Yeah. So if they had lost, we would have moved up to third actually. So they didn't really need that, but it would have been a worse year if they would have lost today. Chelsea finishing fourth, Newcastle in fifth, and like I said, Aston Villa in sixth. Nottingham Forest doesn't even get anything. They don't get European football at all because, so as like I said, the top five make it to Champions League, and Aston Villa and Crystal Palace get Europa, I think. Does anyone get Conference League? I guess Nottingham Forest gets Conference League. I'm assuming Nottingham Forest gets Conference League here, unless I'm completely wrong. It just doesn't say anything about it, but on here. But I'm gonna assume they get Conference League. So, excuse me on that. And then Tottenham somehow get Champions League next year, even being 17th. So that's something, honestly. But yeah, that's how the table is ending for this year's Premier League year. It's a weird year, honestly. It's a really weird year, especially with Man City not being on top again, honestly. But they ended the year really well. So granted to them, they ended up the year well. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to make a video just talking about today and all that stuff. Super happy we made it. Hopefully Wednesday we win the Conference League, so that honestly, now if we win it, basically it just kind of solidified that this year is a dub, that we accomplished everything we needed to do, and just, move forward with the transfers and the Club World Cup this coming year. And yeah, I don't know. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And I'm sorry if I'm still kind of like awkward talking. I'm not used to this. As I said, this is my first time talking about like first video like this. So the more and more I do this, the more comfortable I'll get and all that stuff. But if you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe, and see you guys later.